Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms and welcome back to our Erlengrat Let's Play series. So, carrying on from last episode, we're underway with our first wheat harvest. So we're in desperate need of this wheat, and we're in desperate need of the straw. And we're quite fortunate that the price of wheat is being fairly lucrative at the moment. So, last trailer load we took to the market to sell was about 20 grand's worth. So it's getting our cash up there a little bit, which is great because we were really getting quite low. We have started preparation for the bunker silo, so over to our right, up in the near the cow shed. So that's about halfway full of grass silage. So we've got another field here ready to go that we are going to top up the bunker with using our handy Valtra tractor. Apparently very popular in Norway, I've been told. So shout out to my Norwegian fans, and Norwegian fans of Valtra in particular. Very cool tractor. Alright, let's get this guy. Actually, I'm going to leave the trailer here. We're going to switch to the loading wagon, and we're going to go start picking up this grass silage. I'm going to keep calling it grass silage, it's just cut grass, not yet silage. So there's our bunker there, so let's check the capacity on that. So 200,000 litres. JCB is working hard on this farm. Need to get some fuel as well. Wonder if for the next game we'll start to see some hydrogen powered farm equipment. Because I know JCB in the real world have developed are developing or have developed a green hydrogen. Where am I going? Thought I was going to the shop for a minute. Green hydrogen engine. So it's basically their diesel engine that's been retrofitted to run on hydrogen. So I've got a feeling we might see a lot of that sort of stuff in the next main title for PS5, Xbox and PC. Now I've spoken about that on my Let's Plays before. I speculated it'll be FS25, which will release in probably November 2024. So we're basically coming up. So the time of recording this, it is May 2023. So in November 2023, we are set to receive another update to the game. So as part of the Year 2 Season Pass. Now that would coincide with, so if we added 12 months to that takes us to November 24, which would more than likely coincide with the release of the next main title. And they tend to name their titles for the following year that they're published. So FS19 was published in 2018. FS22 was published in 2021. So it's just a bit of a pattern in their release cycle. And they also tend to release a mobile game halfway through between the development of the main title. So it basically goes main title, then a mobile title, and then back to the main title. So it's sort of like a 18 months to 2 year development cycle. And then we'll start to obviously see some lift pickup, turn off loading wagon. The marketing material will start to come out probably in second quarter of, I would say, 2024. Basically with a build up. So like they'll have the cinematic trailer release, they'll have the announcement trailer. There'll be all that sort of stuff in the pipeline. But yeah, I think we might see some alternative fuel vehicles for sure. I think precision farming will really be taken to the next level. And not only that, the full game itself, like what they can do with the next gen consoles in particular, and not having to develop a game for last generation consoles is probably going to be... Right, where's our run? Where did that finish? Down here, I think. Harvester's still kicking along, so what I'll do as soon as this harvester is full, I'll cease loading the grass, go and drop off that load, and then we'll carry on. I mean, in this title, and I think even in FS19 they did have some, not even picking anything up here, they had some electric vehicles, so electric forklifts and electric telehandlers, electric tractors. So it's not like they haven't gone down that path. But I think it'll just come down to the manufacturers of the equipment, whether or not they want to showcase that in a game like this. Because it may just be a case of one brand that I know of, which is JCB, but I mean, a lot could happen in the next couple of years. And as farming obviously continues to evolve and become more efficient, not even that, just the fact that the simulation aspect can be really improved. And okay, AI worker G has completed their task. Yes, that was this guy. So let's fold that windrower. Okay, we nearly got a full grain tank, so we'll head over there shortly. Oh, I'm not even picking that up again. Yeah, so I'm just expecting to see a bit of a quantum leap in the capabilities of the game, for sure. Especially taking full advantage of the next-gen console features. So graphically, I mean, we might even be able to get 4x maps on console instead of the 2x versions we get for everything else. Not that that's a problem, but... So we'll get this grass up. It looks like our combine's finished as well. How's our windrower? Here, he's finished too, so... Alright, looks like we're full here. Let's go and drop this off. And what I want to do is I want to get this field... actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to windrow the straw here, so I can do fewer passes to pick it up. I wonder how much silage I'm actually going to be able to fit in here, to be honest. Got a feeling it's not going to be much more than what I've already got. So let's see how this goes. Oh. No, 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 no. Got cruise control on. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let's go grab our windrower. So it'll just allow me to do fewer passes with the loading wagon. Well, that's the plan anyway. Whether that actually works out to be true and correct, we'll find out. So I'm just going to line this up like I normally would for the entire field. And hopefully this works. Yep, It's looking pretty good so far. Alright, good. Okay, let's get this guy off the field. So I'm just going to park him out the back here. And we will pipe out. We'll go and grab the trailer. And what I might do is I might do a quick run of wheat back to the supermarket. I do love the speed of the JCB. It's really good at getting from point A to point B very quickly. With 65k per hour top speed. Very, very handy. I'm very interested to see how much wheat we end up with here. And how much straw. Alright, let's see if we can unload this guy. Yep. Worker F has completed their task. How can they have completed their task? They've only just started. Okay, let's do that again. Could just be a case of how it was lining up for that run. So I potentially may have to do this manually if we keep running into problems. Okay, so let's just try and pick up these two rows here. Okay, so that's underway. We've got a full load of wheat, I hope. Yep, harvester is empty. Let's jump in the tractor. Alright, let's go get this dropped off. So we might get about 15 grand here, maybe a little bit more. We'll see how we go. Alright, here we are coming up to the market. Hopefully this actually goes in. Don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, there we go. Here we are we're getting a sale here. Cool, 18,000, happy with that. So that's basically paid for this trailer because that was $18,000 to purchase. Alright, looks like our windrower is managing okay at the moment. Okay, next job is going to be to return some of this leased equipment. So let's go and check our leased items. Okay, so lizard pickup. Let's return that. Grassland care. That's the roller. Let's return that. Front load attachment, let's return that. What can we sell? Universal bucket, let's sell that. Leveler we still need. bale loader I'm going to hang on to. Tedder we purchased. And we've got our 2 tractors. One's worth 18, one's worth 34. Alright, let's leave this guy here. Let's go and grab a little bit more grass. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start picking up this straw because I want to start reseeding this ASAP. So let's... Now I'm going to just line this up here. So I don't want to pick up... There we go. I don't want to pick up the hay or anything else that's around because that'll just prevent me from picking up the straw. Okay, so let's do a load, and we'll figure out where we're gonna store it first of all. Now the other thing we can do with the straw is we can sell this as well. So we do have the option if we need to. We can also sell the hay if we've got too much of that, but I don't know if hay's actually worth that much. So it may pay just to hang on to it. But if we were absolutely desperate for cash, we definitely could, so... So I just want to make sure the straw is far enough away from the main movements of the farm so equipment aren't going to run into it, potentially cause an issue. So I think basically straight ahead and sort of slightly to the left of that road, that's where we're going to put it. So let's grab this last little bit here. Alright, let's go. Haven't quite got a full load, but that's okay. Worker E is blocked. That's the silage bunker. So let's go basically from about here, I would say. So I'm just going to back up there, build this pile up. So it's a bit of a process to get this unloaded. The pile only tends to go so high. There we go. Okay, cool, that's load number 1. Let's go and sort out our windrow quickly. Before it fully stacks itself. Okay, let's turn it on, let it go. Nope, don't go that way. So that should hopefully pick up that row. It's just picking it up. Alright, let's carry on. Let's get the rest of this straw up. Alright, there we go. Right, so what I might do is I might just pick this up and then I'll cut the video and then we'll come back and we'll unload it, see how big we can get that pile going. So stay tuned, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Alright, here we go with load number 2. So this is 44,000 litres, so this will give us 88,000 litres of straw so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drive up beside this pile and drop it off, hopefully adjacent to it. So we're getting a nice little sort of triangular pyramid shaped thing happening here. So let's just get it going. I don't really care if it doesn't look symmetrical, I just want it to be there ready for when we need it. So this sort of method of driving back and forward seems to be the quickest way to get it emptied. Okay, looks like our windrower is done for the moment, so let's get him off the field. Now there's not much else they can do at the moment, so let's park that up. Actually, I'll park it out of the way because I'm going to have to get into this silage bunker shortly. So I reckon we've probably got 2 more loads here, I would say. So obviously we need the straw for bedding as well, so this is going to give us manure. So we're going to have to look to get a manure. Ugh. I'm not super concerned about the manure. I just want to see if the straw actually improves the productivity or the health of the cows. So they either produce offspring quicker or if they produce more milk. So I will dedicate a little bit of straw to bedding, but it's mostly going to be for TMR. So what I'll do is I'll pick up the rest of this straw. Once I've got a load ready, we'll drive it back on over and see how much we get. So stay tuned, I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, here we go. So we've got a full load again. We've got a tiny bit of straw left over. So we'll come back and grab that in a minute. So this is load number 3, I'm pretty sure. So this will give us 132,000 litres of straw. So let's just drive this into the front of the pile here. Bit of a crazy camera angle, but anyway. Hope you don't get motion sick. Well, that's one way to get up there, I guess. Let's just keep plonking that on. Now I didn't paint the grass texture to a concrete pad this time because it doesn't matter. It's not necessary. It's just there to make it look a bit tidier, but it has no effect on how the straw is stored here. Now obviously in real life this would be impacted by the weather, so currently in game we don't have that issue. It would at a minimum at least need to be in a shed or under cover, away from sources of moisture, but it's sitting out there in the open like that. But there are grain ports around the world where that's how they handle grain. They've got just big stockpiles just out in the weather, loading ships and such things. So maybe they do it when the weather's good. Because I'd imagine if it was to pour down rain and that grain was to get wet, become mouldy and unusable, that would be a bit of an issue. So I'm not sure Could just be making stuff up here. But if anyone has knowledge of port grain operations, feel free to let me know in the comments below. It's very interesting. I think the logistics side of... I think there's a bit of straw here, so let's grab that. I think the logistics side of Farming Simulator could definitely be expanded in the next title, because obviously it's a huge part of the supply chain. So the introduction of the pallets and the production chain sort of system is very good. But there was a bit of a meme going around about, you know, Farm Sim 22 being Pallet Moving Simulator 22 when it first came out. Okay, here we go. We've got straw, 3,000 litres. So I wonder if that'll produce manure by itself. I guess we'll soon see. Because you need to add a manure silo, which is... So if you go to silos, and I think it is... manure heap, 4 million litres. Silo to store manure. So that has got to be placed in close proximity. So that's a liquid manure tank. That's for slurry. These are just bunker silos. I'm pretty sure. What's that one? Small barn silo. Is it 1 billion litres? Jeez, that's crazy. And then silo extensions. So you'd be looking at manure heap extension and then liquid manure extension tank small, large, so 2.6 million litres. Supplementary water tank. Yeah. Is that? That might be for greenhouses, so they automatically water. I wonder if that's a mod or if that's a base game update. I'll have to do some investigating on that. Because I've got an Elm Creek playthrough for new players at the moment, where I've got greenhouses generating cash. So, but currently, obviously, you've got to fill them up with water every day. So if there's a base game water filling opportunity, that might be a good thing to add to that map, actually. Alright, let's get this wheat back in the ground. So this is why I turned seasoned off, because I want to be able to harvest and replant pretty much straight away. So it's going to give us, at a bare minimum, some wheat to sell and some more straw to stockpile. So okay, let's get this guy underway. Hopefully he's going to do this entire field. Hopefully I haven't missed a bit. Okay, yes I have. So for all my efforts to try and line that up, I still managed to not get it exactly right. Okay, let's try this way. Hopefully this will work. Okay, something tells me I've... Okay, let's just give it a decent overlap. Okay, it's looking pretty good now. Yep. Okay, so we've got the whole field. So what do we got? 50% fertilised. That's because we're putting fertiliser down as we sow. Okay, so I can't use the JCB to flatten out the silo. So let's try and use the little Valtra actually. 135 horsepower, see if it's up to the task. Being quite lightweight, it'll probably take a long time, but I've got a feeling this will work. Like, it's still probably 2 tons worth of tractor. And all I need to do is basically just level out this heap a little bit so I can drive over it, and then we're... Come on, little Valtra, you can do it. Do Finland proud. So apparently these are from Finland, not Norway, which I thought. I mean, I could be wrong on that. So if you are an authority on Valtra tractors, please feel free to let me know. Okay, let's get back out of here. So I've always had an interest in machinery and equipment from around the world. Obviously tractors are pretty cool. And John Deere is probably the one that's most well known worldwide. Or well known worldwide. Okay, cool. Let's come at it from the other side. This is actually working not too bad, so... Of course I was going to hit that. So obviously the mechanics of the silage compacting don't really matter per se. It's just so long as you... So obviously you can level it, which is what we're doing here. The only problem we've got is we can't push huge amounts with this little tractor. Okay, we're starting to get stuck here. So what we'll do here is we'll back on up. Give this blade a bit of angle forward. All I'm trying to do here is just sort of flatten this out a little bit more. Yeah, pretty good. See if we can back on over. Yeah, this will work out perfectly. So what do we got? 287,000 litres. So this is very similar to what we had on our first go around with the silage. And we end up selling all that for about, I want to say 80,000. So if it becomes an issue, we've got $80,000 worth of silage we can potentially sell. Well, let's just go all the way through. Okay, cool. Let's see if I can back up over this. Yeah. Little Valtra for the win. So this is 135 horsepower, so... And we've got a 2-ton compactor on the back. So we should be able to get our compaction indicator for 100% if I drive all the way through here and hopefully not move too much of this out of the bunker. Oh, are we going to get it? Did we get it? Yeah, 100%. That's awesome. Okay, let's lift that up. Alright, how are we going? About a quarter of the field done. Now chickens will eat sorghum as well, so that is another grain that we can look to acquire. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this covered and fermenting. And we'll turn off the beam of light for the shop or whatever it is over there. Alright, so just a bit of a recap. Obviously we've still got some grass we need to pick up, so I'll do that in a minute. Our JCB is planting wheat for another run of wheat so we can get some more straw. We've blanketed the silo, so that's got 280,000 litres of silage ready to ferment. We've got 3 trailer loads, so about 120,000 litres of straw out of that harvest. So that's going to form bedding and mix for the TMR. We've probably got 5-6 trailer loads of hay stockpiled, ready to turn it into TMR. We've removed some of the vehicles and equipment we had that was sort of draining our funds for the lease. What else have we done? That's pretty much about it. So, pretty productive little session there. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate the support. Enjoying all the likes and all the comments, feedback, and just your, the way you're playing the game, tips you've been giving me, information about, tractors and things like that in your part of the world. It's really interesting to hear about all that sort of stuff, so keep it coming. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so, because it really helps me out. Helps get the videos out to more people and grow the channel, so that doesn't happen without the support of subscribers and viewers. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.